Hey guys, how you doing? It's Alessio. Hope you're well. It's absolutely snowing over here in Grindelwald, where I am in Switzerland. What an amazing view! Just look at that. I mean, it's been snowing for the last few hours. A beautiful sight here in Grindelwald. Now, let me just give you an update here on what's happening with the Bitcoin market. You probably noticed that Bitcoin has had a bit of a reversion to the means, bit of a bounce to the averages. Big question people are asking right now: is this little bounce? Is this potentially wave 4, or could it be the start of a wave 4 correction in Bitcoin? Personally, I think it's a bit too early to call a wave 4 correction, a wave 4 bounce in Bitcoin, which could potentially be quite a sizable bounce. But bottom line is that I'm doubtful. I think it's possible it could be a wave 4, but I think it's highly unlikely that what we're seeing right now, this little bounce in Bitcoin, that it's a wave 4 corrective move. I think it's very unlikely. And the reason is because of what's happening on the higher time frame chart, on the weekly time frame chart. The weekly time frame chart, as you probably know, is still got downward momentum acting on it. It's got pulse momentum that's fired back some weeks ago. And as long as a downward momentum is acting on Bitcoin, and again, remember that pulse momentum potentially could be there for another few weeks. The average pulse lasts about 8 to 10 bars, 8 to 10 weeks in this case, which means we could have downward momentum on Bitcoin, pulse downward momentum, until potentially the end of December or maybe January. So I think it's a little bit too early to call this bounce in Bitcoin as a wave 4 corrective move. It doesn't look to me like a wave 4 corrective move anyway. I still think we're in a wave 3, and I think this little bounce is potentially a small pullback in a much bigger wave 3 move. All right, guys, but again, we'll monitor the situation and see how it goes. But for the moment, I think what we're seeing here is still a downward trend playing out in Bitcoin, but it certainly is very interesting to watch what's happening right now. Bottom line is this, though: we still have not seen the psychological 3,000 level on Bitcoin being tested. I would like to see that 3,000 level being tested before we can actually see a potential much bigger bounce in Bitcoin that we might call a wave 4. And guys, I want to wish you all a fantastic Christmas, happy holidays, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video update. Thanks a lot.